Hello and welcome to this little instructional video of how to change the heater control illumination bulbs on a 2004 Honda CRV. So let me flip the camera around and I'll show you what you've got to do. Right, so these are the control knobs that they light up when you turn the side lights on. Now all three of mine were blown, so I'll just show you what you need to do to change these bulbs. Now strangely enough, you've got to start at the top. So there's two screws under there which you need to undo, and that's those two out there. Now a good place to put them is on this little shelf here. Start off at the left, work your way to the right. So this is possibly one of the most complicated bits. You need to pull this towards you. Now I need to put the camera down because I don't think I can do it with one hand. You need to sort of grip this with both hands and pull it, but don't move it too far because there's a wire that connects on the back of the hazard switch and you don't want to go damaging that. So let me just pull this off and show you what I mean. Right, there's four clips, two at the bottom, two at the top, and that just pulls forward. And to get back down there, you need to unclip the wiring for the hazard switch, and then you can put this off to one side. So the next piece you need to get to is inside there. There's a little cover. Don't know if you'll be able to see that there. You can see that's quite damaged on that corner of that cover. That's because I've been in here before. So, but it's a little cover and there's one screw behind that. Now to get this little cover off, I've bent this little piece of metal, and let me see if I can do this. There we go. So I've just pushed it in beside it. There we go. Like I say, it is quite damaged, so it's probably not ideal, but something a little flat that's going to sit behind there and pop it off. And that's what it looks like on the back. So you need to pull it from the top and set that piece off to one side. Now there's the Phillips screw in the back of there, just the one screw right in the centre. So hopefully that's out. Ah, oh, come on, there we go. So just that one screw, remember what I'm saying, next to that one, just to the right. And now you need to make sure the handbrake is on, and you need to pull this centre section out. So wiggle and a jiggle. There we go. And it's always worth mentioning, try and have the cool box knob so it's like that, and that'll stop it catching on there like I just did. So set that off to one side, and now you can get to these two screws which you need to undo to get that panel off. There's them two screws removed. So a little bit further along there. Now this is the bit which is easy to break. There's two clips either side there, and you need to have a firm pull on there. But ideally, remove the ashtray and get your hands under there as well and pull it straight. But the handbrake lever gets in the way. There's two clips down the bottom and two more of these clips up the top. And like I say, they're easy to break. I actually broke that one clean off, but the screws hold it in place, so it's no real big deal if you do break it. But you need, once again, probably two hands to pull this. And like I say, make sure the handbrake is on as far as you can get it as well, because it sits kind of just behind the handbrake. What you need to do, grip your fingernails behind the bottom bit, hand behind the top bit, and then this will wiggle out. Then you can get to the electrical multi-plug. Just to pop that off, I'm probably going to drop it now. Doing this one-handed, it's not ideal. There we go, what did I say? I thought I was going to drop it. And now you've got to take this apart. So you've got, I think, 5 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got 6 screws. You need to undo all those 6 screws. Oh no, there's more than that, there's 7. I've got one missing. So you need to undo all those. Right, once you've removed those 7 screws, you just need to carefully lift this up because there are 2 wires. Now, I've already had this apart, so I've got one of these bulbs missing because I took that to the Honda dealer and got the bulb. So there we go. So you just need to literally undo these. So you turn them anti-clockwise, quarter of a turn, and then they just lift out, and that's what they look like. Now if you want to bypass the taking it apart and taking these bulbs to the Honda dealer, I'll do you a favour, and there's the part number for the new bulbs. So if you want to go into the Honda dealer and ask for that part, and there's 3 of those, and well, in the UK they cost £5 each, so £15 for the bulbs. Quite extortionate if you ask me, just for 3 tiny little bulbs, but there you go. So if you want your little illumination knobs to light up, then you've got to pay it. So right, let's put the new bulbs in. There you go, that's the 3 new bulbs fitted. So make sure you turn them all the way and have all the lines facing up and down. Looks like that one could do with a little bit more of a turn. But they're all in there, so now back together again. Should be quite simple from here forward. Put them screws back in. Right, once you've got them screws in, as you can see, I've still got one missing. You need to plug that back in. Once again, very difficult with one hand, but I reckon I can do it. Come on, where are you? Yay, that's it, click in place, and you just need to tuck that down the side of the handbrake in there, click it in place. 2 screws back in now. Once you've got that plugged in and screwed on, grab your little cool box, just literally push that in. Remember to put the screw in the back there and the little cover back on. That's it, that's the screw in. And the little cover, which you've got to slot the bottom in first. I find this is the most difficult, well, not the most difficult bit of the whole job, but because I've got quite big hands, it's actually getting in there and pushing it on. That's it. So that's that bit. You can also slot your ashtray back in. And then last but not least, plug your hazard light switch in, don't forget that, and then you can slot that back up. Literally does just push into place, then yeah, hazard lights work, and then you've got your 2 screws to put back in under there.